One of the decisions a vehicle owner has when installing onboard air, especially a hard mount unit, is does he want to run an air tank or not run an air tank? Air tanks are great for running accessories such as airbags, air tools, air horns, rubber tip blowgun. They don't hurt in filling the tire, but to give you an idea, even a stock Super Duty tire, a 4-gallon air tank with 125 psi in it, from 0 psi will only put maybe 10 or 12 psi in that tire, because the tires are very voluminous given this amount of air we have in this tank for storage. You can definitely run a hard mount system without a tank. You can plumb it directly. It'll be just like our portable. We use a flow-through air chuck that lets air through at all times. So when you turn the compressor on, air comes out the end of the chuck. It's a constant bleed, so you don't have to worry about overpressurizing your line, and you can walk from tire to tire, inflating your tires. If you're not using it, you can set the air hose on the ground. It'll just puff air out, won't hurt anything. So you don't have to have an air tank just to fill tires. You can still seat the beats without an air tank. It's more technique than the giant volume of air. Having the giant volume of air is nice. It does help. It's never a hindrance. It's always nice, but it's not a necessity. So for vehicles that don't have the room or can't afford to lose the ground clearance because of installing the tank, you can definitely run the system without a tank. Now let's say you do want to run an air tool and you're not running an air tank, or you own a portable and you're not running an air tank. How do you run an air tool or a rubber tip blowgun? Very simple answer is you can pick up a very inexpensive portable air tank from a discount auto parts store. You connect the air hose to the fill port, the hose on the other end, you remove it and install an air chuck on it before you start. So now you have a buffer. The compressor will keep running until that tank hits approximately 125 psi. If you're not using the air, they have a built-in blow-off valve that opens up and releases the air. So you don't have to worry about overpressurizing the tank. So now you can have a portable, you can have a portable air tank, and by combining the two, you can run an impact gun, you can use your rubber tip blowgun, you can be in camp and somebody says, hey, I'm a few spots away from you, can I borrow some air? I need to fill a quad tire. Instead of breaking out your compressor, you just hand him a full tank of air and he goes, does the job and brings it back. So there's advantages and disadvantages to both, but neither's right or wrong. It's more personal preference if you want to go with an air tank, hard mounted or not.